at times there is panic that is going on. And, you know, Arne Slot just said there about, you know, the counter-attacking towards the last 20 minutes. They were counter-attacking a lot. That a lot of times that they had the opportunity to go and score and get the second goal. Liverpool here, especially at Anfield, come across teams that come and play it and sit in a low block. So they must work on that and know, right, teams are going to come and sit in a low block. We're going to play counter-attacking football. The final pass has got to be a good one. There was far too many out there that the final pass was awful. It was pathetic. It was terrible. And you can't keep doing that. When you get them big opportunities where, you know, Spurs were pushing forward to try and get a goal, there were spaces all over the pitch. You know, Ekitike, Mo Salah. There were so many of them that kept on giving it away that, you know, you was thinking, Tottenham are going to score. And we were here, we were in the studio going, Tottenham are going to score here. And I think Tottenham felt that. And, you know, it's one of the things that Arne Slot's got a style of play here. And, you know, they said the fans were booing towards the end. You know, fans want to see front foot football. They want to see Liverpool blowing teams away. And, you know, when you've got the Tottenham team that come here that are fragile, they should have been able to do that. They should have definitely blown them away today, gone and got the second goal. If they'd got it in the first half or come out in the second half and got that, it would have been a total different case, but they weren't able to do that. And like I say, the inconsistency that's going on is far too much this season. Conceding late goals, it's going to be a disappointment this season, and it needs to be fixed soon rather than later.
I mean, that front foot football was something that Liverpool played at 100 miles an hour under Jurgen Klopp, and it's something that these supporters were used to seeing. Is there an issue in terms of comparison? Because the idea was that Arne Slot was going to come in and slow things down is maybe the wrong expression to use, but steady things in order that Liverpool could manage seasons better, manage injuries better, manage the kind of load on the players better. Is there an issue with comparison?
Oh, well, it's great to have a plan, isn't it? The reality is different when you go out and play football matches. And as you mentioned there about Spurs being fragile, I think Liverpool look fragile. I think they're fragile. They have different challenges trying to get in the Champions League. And listen, they still might have a good season regarding the cup competitions. But when they were 1-0 up today, and when the game became open, if you're the Liverpool manager, you see the game getting open, you go, that suits us as well. Don't worry, we can get at these. And they did have opportunities. And the games I'm watching, they're getting to positions. And he's obviously an experienced manager. And his points were there, even the opportunities they had to kind of finish Spurs off, and they're not taking it. So every team knows the longer the game goes on, as long as there's only a goal in it, they've got great encouragement. Like for a team like Spurs, who are fragile and who were on a bad run, their belief was growing in the game, going, I think we have a chance here. And obviously they produced at the end, even as from a long ball. And we're talking about players getting in position and players in the wrong positions. But to me, that's just common sense and experienced players to say, we'll shut up shop, we'll take the 1-0 win. But they're conceding so many goals. And considering they were league champions last year, and I've said it before, and I've said it a number of times, Liverpool are bad champions. They've been bad champions. They were bad champions a few years ago. They're now 21 points behind Arsenal. Like, what a drop-off that is. That is so bad. So I think there's issues going on in the background. I think there's bigger issues. There's details there you can fix. Obviously, you're talking about players tucking in, but I think there's stuff going on there. I don't know if they're all on the same page. It doesn't seem that chemistry with the players. You're on about when you win big titles sometimes. The big challenge is the following year. Can you back it up? And I think these players...
Is that not just something that Manchester City... I mean, it's difficult to go and retain a title, but Manchester City...
It's very hard to retain it. Yeah, you can obviously have a drop-off, but City have dropped off recently in terms of their high standards, but they're still competing second or third. They're not 20, 30 points behind the team who's winning the league. That's a drop-off. But for Liverpool to be so far off it, that's like last year they conceded, they lost 4 games. They've lost 9 already this year. You're going, that is... I find it hard to get my head around that.
After they'd won the league.
Yeah, of course, but they're just slacking off a little bit. They switched off, of course. And it's almost that mentality. Last year, I was critical of Liverpool towards last year, or even towards the end when they were like, I felt they were almost partying too much. And they were partying with 4, 5, 6 weeks to go, and the fans, and there was celebration after every home game. You're going, you're a Liverpool Football Club, I know it's... But you're not... No, but let me finish. You're not expected to win league titles. So when you do win a league title, you go, don't worry, they're planning for us in our dressing room. We go, yeah, enjoy it, don't get me wrong. But let's back it up next year. That's why you're playing for a big club. So when I see these teams win a trophy and then disappear for 10 or 15 years, I'm like... And I'll be thinking the same at Arsenal. When Arsenal win the league this year, you don't want Arsenal to disappear for the next 3, 4, 5 years. You go, you've got to back it up. Or don't be 20, 30 points behind the top team next year. You've got to compete. That's your challenge. And when you're giving up goals like that, or whether it was Wolves recently, or even the goal against the game against Man City, I look at this group of players and their mentality and their work rate and their desire, what they do on training pitch, and I don't like what I see with this Liverpool group. I just don't like it. It's just as if they're on about, we're giving up late goals. Yeah, that's down to yourselves. That's your desire when the ball comes in the box. Was it done Bournemouth not long ago? When the ball comes in the box, go and head the ball.
Like last minute.
Last minute. These are little details. People go, oh, well, it wasn't their day, we got injuries. No, you've got stuff, enough quality on the pitch. You've got yourself in a good position, like you did last year, by the way, when you had that hunger to go and win league titles. And again, they won a lot of games where the manager was concerned last year because they only won so many games by the odd goal. But no, this fighting desire that I see in this group today, especially in the last 5 minutes, because these are big football games about moments, and Liverpool are getting so many moments wrong at the moment. Is that down to work rate, desire, a bit of fire in your belly? I think a lot of it is.
Roy Keane delivered a brutal, no-holds-barred assessment of Liverpool's alarming drop-off in form, declaring the team fragile and far from the resilient force they once were. Speaking on Sky Sports after the Reds' latest setback, a 1-1 draw against Tottenham Hotspur at Anfield on March 15, 2026, where Richarlison's 90th-minute equaliser denied them victory, Keane tore into Arne Slot's side with characteristic intensity. "They're fragile, that's the word, fragile," Keane said, shaking his head. "This isn't the Liverpool we knew. They go ahead, control the game, and then crumble at the first sign of pressure. Late goals conceded again, how many times is it now? It's soft, it's weak, and it's unacceptable for a club of this size. You can't keep dropping points like this and expect to finish in the top four. Mentality has gone missing." Keane pointed to the pattern of performances, dominant spells undone by defensive lapses, lack of ruthlessness in attack, and an inability to see games out. "They've spent a fortune in the summer, big names, big money, and it's got worse. Slot's got questions to answer. Where's the fight? Where's the steel? This isn't about tactics anymore, it's about character. Right now, they're fragile under pressure, and that's killing them." He contrasted the current squad with past Liverpool teams under Klopp, calling the drop-off stark and embarrassing. Keane warned that without a rapid change in mindset, European qualification, let alone silverware, looks increasingly unlikely. "They need to toughen up quick, or this season ends in disaster," he concluded bluntly. The assessment echoed growing fan frustration and pundit scrutiny, with Liverpool stuck in 5th place amid a run of inconsistent results and late heartbreak. Slot's admission of doing a lot wrong only amplified the sense of crisis, as Keane's words laid bare the perceived lack of resilience at the heart of the Reds' struggles. Please like and subscribe.